Well, hello there, people in the internet, and hello again. I'm TheMBmulti. Welcome to another Rome Total War Let's Play campaign. So, I have received a few suggestions from you guys for factions to play in various Total War games. And I'm actually not playing one of those suggestions right now. The reason is actually because I thought that I had a pretty nice streak going where I did a Rome 1 campaign, then a Rome 2 campaign, Rome 1, Rome 2, Rome 1, Rome 2. After I accidentally, coincidentally made a few ones on Rome 2 and then a few ones on Rome 1. A very long time ago I did a bunch of campaigns on Rome 2. Like 3 in a row, like Numidia, Macedon, and Parthia. Then I did 3 campaigns in Rome 1, Parthia, Seleucid Empire, and Spain. And then, so I did 3 on Rome 2, then 3 on Rome 1, and afterwards I did Rome 2, Rome 1 sequentially or alternatively, like one or the other. Like then after the Spain campaign, what did I do again on Rome 2? Was I believe Bactria on Rome 2, then Western Roman Empire on Barbarian Invasion for Rome 1, then Chimeria for Rome 2. So I kind of wanted to continue the streak of going Rome 1, Rome 2, Rome 1, Rome 2. So the last campaign we did was Chimeria in Rome 2. So we're doing a Rome 1 campaign. Now the reason why... I already explained the reason why. Well, there is a reason why the faction I wanted to explain, because we're going to play the Imperial campaign as Egypt. And the reason for that is because I actually had received a... a suggestion from someone that I should play as Egypt in Rome 2. But because, like I said, I wanted to do the... alternation between Rome 1 and Rome 2. Rome 1 is up next. So, since Egypt was suggested, I was like, oh, well, might as well do a campaign on Egypt in Rome 1. And then afterwards, you already know, when we go back to Rome 2, we're going to be playing Egypt in Rome 2. So yeah, that's the reason why. Nothing else to it, really. Yeah, well, we obviously... if you have played Rome 1 before, as Egypt or against Egypt, you will know that their army is horrendously historically inaccurate. Because we have the Bronze Age Egypt unit roster, but we are in 200-something BC. So that's obviously absolutely not what's supposed to be present. There's supposed to be a lot more Greek-like. With some Egyptian influences here and there, but no way in hell that we should actually have a Bronze Age army. But yeah, kind of chronologically it would make sense that we do Rome 1 first, where we build Egypt during the Bronze Age, and then we do Rome 2, where we build Egypt as the Ptolemaic dynasty. So it kind of makes sense at the same time. Although it doesn't make sense at all that these guys are, have these units in the roster. But yeah, Egypt is... a pretty easy campaign. I don't see a difficulty here. In Barbarian Invasion, they say, like at the top here, whether the campaign is easy or hard or medium or whatever. But yeah, Egypt is pretty much a pretty easy campaign. Your starting territories are extremely useful and extremely valuable. A lot of population growth, of course, in the Nile Delta area. There are, even though your army roster is ridiculously outdated, the units actually are pretty strong. Pharaoh's bowmen are, I believe, among the best bowmen in the game. Maybe the best bowmen in the game, I don't know. Pharaoh's guards are extremely powerful phalanx infantry. Now cavalry is strong melee cavalry. Camel archers, of course, you have access to chariots. So... they actually have a pretty strong roster for having an outdated selection of units. They have a large variety of temples that you can choose from. The starting territories, like I said, are valuable, but they're also very nicely grouped together. Like the problem with the Seleucids is, even though they have 2 wonders of the world, they're ridiculously outstretched and they're bordering everybody, and everybody hates them. But as Egypt, you are not nicely tucked grouped together, as in comparison to the Seleucids, of course, who are very strewn about. So yeah, I don't really think there's going to be a lot of trouble during this campaign. It's not going to be like the Seleucid campaign where we're just going to be on defensive siege after defensive siege for like ages until we finally break through. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe because it's a very hard difficulty, stuff will go wrong. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, it is actually pretty funny that out here it says like, oh yeah, it used to be part of Alexander the Great's empire. And then Ptolemy, one of his generals, took over Egypt and claimed to be the next, what's it called? The next Alexander. But so even they got this right, but then they didn't get the units right, so that's kind of funny. Yeah, nothing much more to it really. Let's just get this underway.
I have been in the service of Pharaoh for many, many years. It is my task to write down all that is decided. My father did this before me, and his father before him. We have faithfully recorded and seen much. Pharaoh is our lord and master. He is Horus reborn, and will be Osiris in the afterlife. All of Egypt lives and dies by his divine wish. And this is as it should be. We are his children. Pharaoh loves us all. We would conquer the world so that all can know his wise rule. Even if Pharaoh did not ask this, we would do it. His enemies will be struck down. Night and darkness will take them. The sands will be stained red. All this will come to pass, for Pharaoh has decreed it. So it is written. So shall it be.
Well, you heard the man. He wrote it down, so therefore that's how it must go. So let's try to make that a reality. Funny thing, during that intro, you can actually see some units that aren't even in the game. Like those, like they have this skin of this guy that's standing right here. They have this skin, but they have like phalanx spikes. They don't even exist in the game. Maybe it is an earlier version of the Pharaoh's guard soldiers, the elite infantry that the Egyptians can make at the end of the campaign, or like when you're like reach your biggest city. So maybe maybe they used to have that skin for the Pharaoh's guard, but then they changed it later on. Or it's just a unit that got scrapped entirely. The same thing applies to Parthia's intro. There's also some units in there. There's like cataphracts on foot. They also have like phalanxes and stuff. There is a mod. I don't know if that mod is still out there, but there used to be a mod that added all these like forgotten units back into the game. Like Triarii had phalanx instead of like regular spears, and the Parthians and stuff had like extra infantry, and so you know it's pretty funny that that intro must have been made like earlier during development. It's pretty funny to see that they never changed that ever, after the game was released. Anyway, yeah, like I said, we start off pretty strong. Of course, Alexandria right here is our capital. We have 2 wonders of the world already. The pharaohs at Alexandria, which gives us a... Yeah, this has to... Yeah, it's not that amazing, actually. This is one of the worst wonders in the game, I feel like, because it halves the chance of nearby ships at sea sinking and increases naval movement allowances. Naval movement allowance is okay, but I believe this only has like an area of effect. See, nearby ships, you see? So it only has like an area of effect, and then movement allowances...
Aye, great lord!
Yeah, that is pretty alright. You can move further with your ships. That's nice, but the other ones, like, meh. So, but in general, even ships move pretty far anyway, so it's like, who cares? But yeah, anyway, we start off with it, of course, the pharaohs at Alexandria. well, you can pause and read this if you want to know the history about it. And of course we have the Great Pyramid and Sphinx of Giza, which gives us, which is pretty useless to us either, as well. Pretty useless to us as well because we don't have culture penalty from Egyptians, so it just provides a bit of, well, nothing. That's exactly what it provides. It provides nothing for us. It's useful for other factions because this, like it says right here, it increases the loyalty of Egyptians to the owning faction regardless of culture. So basically what that means is if a different faction conquers a settlement that is originally Egyptian, there will not be a culture penalty regardless of how little buildings of the owning faction it is. So for example, if I'm playing as a Roman faction and I conquer all of this stuff, I will not have any culture penalty at all as long as I have this. Regardless of whether I have no buildings, no Roman buildings in there or not, you know? There could be all Egyptian buildings in there, but there will be no culture penalty due to this pyramid. But for us, that doesn't really matter all that much because, well, we are... Egyptian culture is our culture, so we don't get a culture penalty from that to begin with because that is our culture. So it's pretty useless for us, these two wonders, but okay. So I think the Seleucids have a better starting position because their wonders are a lot better. Because this reduces, well, religious buildings to 30% for all settlements is not that amazing, but the farming income for this one is pretty useful. And of course the Seleucids have access to 2 more wonders right away. Alright, so let's get this going. Where is our pharaoh? There he is. Hekemut, 55. Who is your son? Son is right there, 40. And that is next guy. Okay, he's in Memphis, okay. Right, we start off with 2 Egyptian chariot archers, which is pretty cool. I think the faction heir should command this army that we're assembling. Okay. Nubian spearmen. They're pretty bad, but we're gonna take them. You have some Nubian spearmen too. Put them in there. You can't make that. Are we gonna... you two go in there. Peasants will hold for the time being. See, look at how much food Egypt is making. The population, like Egypt, usually like fucking baby booms in population early on in the campaign.
Sire, onward, mighty general. Orders.
Not you.
Orders. 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 Sire.
Oh no, those archers came from the city. Okay.
Leading the army.
There.
Sire! Sire!
Leave the peasants behind, we don't need them. I don't really like having skirmishers, but okay. You can take the chariots.
Your humble servant.
And then, yeah, I guess we'll just go to... I'll send this guy... Well, this... Excuse me, this is the best army that we've got right now. So I'll send this guy this way to conquer stuff out here. And then I'll assemble this into another army and we'll send that here to declare war on the Media immediately. And then take Cyrene or whatever that settlement's called, and then build some watchtowers here so that if anybody wants to come over we can see them. And then they have a long way to go until they actually reach the important settlements that need defending. Here we have Cyprus, which is, well, you know, in Rome 2 it's better represented because they are your client state, but of course there were limited factions allowed back then, so it's just a Greek city that is under Egyptian control in this game.
Aye, great lord. Aye, my lord.
I think we'll send them... Well, actually, no. I wanted to send them by boat, but there's some stuff out here that we want to conquer. Yeah, I'll leave the pharaoh in there because he's pretty old. Oh, he's a pretty good guy, though. Master Embalmer. Plus one roll for all troops on the battlefield, plus one command when attacking.
My liege.
A magician, plus 2 influence. Wow, this guy's got a lot of influence. And he's not the pharaoh yet. Strategic expert. Command talent. Okay, he's a pretty cool guy. I'm actually going to... yeah, I'm going to give that to you. You can leave that in your own retinue. No, don't worry about the mercenaries. Okay, so this guy's gonna go that way to conquer shit. You need a bit more force, so I'm going to train 2 Nubian spearmen. No, I'm not. Can we train them here? Yes.
Mighty general.
Gonna train some Nubian spearmen there, and then see how that goes. Numidia should not put up that much of a struggle. Okay, so Alexandria has a ton of public order, but that's also because the population boom, which will go away and cause more squalor, so... Alright, let's actually have a little look at all of the temples that they can build, because there's quite a lot of them. So there's a temple to Isis, Osiris, Imhotep, Set, and Horus. I'm not super familiar with Egyptian religion. I do know that Isis is kind of popular with the Romans too. The Romans had built a temple of Isis in Rome, in the Egyptian district, where a lot of Egyptian immigrants lived. Horus is the sun god, I think. Horus, son of Osiris, the first divine pharaoh. He is the patron god of Upper Egypt. It was Horus who took revenge on Set by castrating him after the murder of Osiris. Okay. Oh, it doesn't say. But I believe Horus is the one with the eagle head that is representing the sun. I think. Set, patron god of Lower Egypt. He is noted for his struggles against Osiris and Horus. He's also known as a defender of Egyptians against foreigners, and for keeping the desert at bay. Okay. Imhotep, the son of Ptah, and the god of healing. He was an architect, physician, scribe, and advisor while alive. Okay, so that's... yeah, I was about to say that will give public health, I imagine. Osiris, god and the judge of the dead. Lord of the resurrection. Murdered by Set, he was the first person to die and thus became Lord of the Dead. Everyone who dies is referred to as an Osiris, a soul who has gone to live in the afterlife. Osiris is the husband of Isis and father of Horus. Okay. Yeah, isn't Osiris like the main god of Egyptian religion? I do know that Anubis is like the ruler of the underworld or something, with the head of a jackal. But there's no temple for him. And then Isis, finally. The most important goddess in the Egyptian pantheon. She is the goddess of motherhood, healing, and of magic and charms. Worship of Isis slowly encroached on the worship of other gods over the centuries, and her followers gradually spread to other nation people. Yeah, I know, because the Romans also worshipped her. As a public growth bonus. Okay, so let's have a little look what the end result for everybody is. So the end result for Isis is 35% happiness, 2.5% population growth, and 10 law. Okay. Osiris is 50 happiness, 1 population growth, 1 only, and 10% law. Imhotep is 25% happiness, 25% public health, increase in tradable goods and troop experience. This was, yeah, that was that. Then Set. Oh wow, look at that. 35% happiness, 25% law, and then also 10 public health bonus, and a little bit population growth. So Set is the best one so far. Okay, and then this 10 less happiness but then upgrades for all weapons and armor and shit. For Horus. Okay, so Osiris... oh, that's Imhotep. Osiris gives a crap ton of happiness and a tiny bit of law. And Imhotep gives a lot of happiness and a lot of public health. And then a few other things. Set gives a lot of happiness and a lot of law. And then a little bit of other things. And Horus gives a tiny little bit less happiness, but then also upgrades for weapons. So Horus and Set are the best ones, because I'm mostly looking at law, by the way, because I want to counter corruption. And what does Isis do again? A tiny bit of law, a lot of happiness. But yeah, primarily focus on Set, I think. There are some temples somewhere already. Here we have Horus. And here we have Set. Oh yeah, Lower Egypt. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. And Horus. Well, wasn't there one for Upper Egypt too? Like, I believe Osiris, right? No. Healing. Yeah, Lower Egypt. Oh, Horus is Upper Egypt, but why the... Oh, yeah, Horus is here. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we'll do Osiris in our capital, because there's not going to be much corruption in our capital anyway. So that'll be fine. I know public order is fine, so this is not really necessary, but I'll just... This only takes one turn, so I'll just quickly throw that in. In here. Oh yeah, we should also have a little look at the army stuff that we can make. Oh, so we don't have the urban barracks, sort of. So this is all of Egypt's infantry. It's only 4 units. The Nubian spearmen, which are the crappiest ones of the bunch. The can form phalanx. Combat bonus deserts. Poor morale. Then the upgrade is the Nile Spearman. Alright, so actually the stats. 5 attack, 8 defense, 0 armor. This is 7 attack, 13 defense. They have some armor and better shields. Oh no, actually shield is the same. They have more defense skill. The Nile Spearman, which is like our standard infantry. Can form a phalanx. Essentially the same as this one, except they have better morale and better stats all around. Then the Desert Axemen, not a phalanx unit, but they actually, it doesn't say here, but they do more damage against armor because they have axes. So they're pretty mobile as well. They have little armor, so they're a bit vulnerable. But they're good for flanking stuff, because of course the phalanx is good for holding the line, and then these guys on the flanks can quickly run around and encircle people. And here we have the Pharaoh's guards. They don't have shields, but they have like a crap ton of armor and defense skill. Good morale, good stamina, can sap. So these are the most elite infantry that we can make. Then the elite cavalry stables. Desert cavalry. Those axe guys, but then on horseback. Essentially. It actually does say that they're effective against armor because they have axes. I'm pretty sure the other guys are effective against armor too. Every unit with an axe is, I think, in Rome Sort of War. Then we have Nubian cavalry. Are they better? Yes, they have more attack. They have a little more charge. They have 1 less defense though. They have 0 armor. But they have a lot of defense skill. More so than those guys. And shield is the same. They're 30 denarii more expensive. Then we have the Nile cavalry. The best cavalry Egypt can make. And the camel archers. Only in regions where there are actually camels available. Scare horses, good stamina. Cantabria and circle. Combat bonus in deserts. Alright, and then we have the siege engineer. A lot of units. Skirmishers, pretty standard. won't be using them super often. Maybe as garrison, but not really in my army. Slingers, same story here. I don't really like slingers. It was a nightmare in, well, nightmare's a bit over the top, but it was very, I had to struggle a lot in my Spain campaign when I had to rely on slingers, because Spain obviously can only make slingers. They did have access to the Balearic slinger mercenaries though, so that was nice. Bowmen, some standard archers, pretty good. Pharaoh's bowmen, like I said, arguably the best archers in the game. See, look at that, they've got 9 melee attack, they're on par with like standard infantry. 12 defense, they've got a ton of armor on, with those ropes that they're wearing. So this is the best archer unit that we can make, and like I said, arguably the best archer unit in the game. There are other contenders, of course. These have long range? Yeah, long range. There are other contenders for best archer, of course, Archer Auxilia from the Romans, Forest of Warband from the Gauls, the what's it called? The Cretan Archer mercenaries. But I do believe the Pharaoh's Bowmen are at the top or near the top. And then we have onagers and heavy onagers, no ballistas. And then finally, maybe thinking we're done, but we're not done, because we can also check the foundry. Oh, actually no, it's just the armor. For the chariots, Egyptian chariots, pretty good, but they don't have any archers on them, because we also have the archer chariots. So these are just for charging, and these are for charging a little bit, but also for like mobile shooting platforms. Super useful unit. Special attack. What the hell does that even mean? Contain a circle, bonus desert, frighten nearby enemy infantry, good morale, fast moving. No good stamina, unfortunately. Yeah, okay, so that is Egypt's army roster. No elephants. Something that was changed in Rome 2, where they do have access to elephants. Okay, so yeah, I'm training some Nubian spearmen to take out that settlement from Numidia. Memphis. What are we building here? I don't really need to increase that temple. Well, let's get some like better barracks right away, because public order is fine, population growth is completely fine. Let's just get some better military buildings. Right, so we own Jerusalem from the start. Not that that really matters. Well, there's unrest in Jerusalem, because there always is unrest in Jerusalem. A statement that unfortunately to this very day is very true. Build a farm here. Sidon. Build a shrine to Set, and then we have enough here. Oh, there's like a tiny army here. Okay. Let's build another one to Set right there. There we go.
Mighty general, move out! No more moves, sire.
Yeah, you are going to wait here for 2 turns. 1 turn for everybody to train and move over, and then... Well, 1 turn. No, not 2 turns. This turn and the next turn, because you won't have any movement next turn, and then you can get a move on to over there.
Great one.
Do we bother sending you to the Numidians? No.
Out of moves, sir.
Sent a spy ahead to have a little peek at the Seleucids.
Moves depleted, great lord.
Yeah, how are we doing actually financially? Yeah, we're losing money, as in we don't have 5,000 in the bank next turn, but we're making decent cash. We can actually increase the tax rate in these places, because look at how well the population is maintained. There we go, an extra 1,000 denarii because of that. Alright, sure. Do you want an alliance right now? Yeah, there we go. Obviously that won't last, but for the time being. Maybe you could have asked for some money, but whatever.
One at once moves depleted.
No need to fully optimize
Mighty general.
the playstyle.
March. No more moves, sire.
So we're allied with the Seleucids. Like I said, that won't last super long.
Onward. Mighty general.
Mighty General.
My liege. Move out.
Okay,
No more moves, sire.
so you go there next turn. Can you train archers? No. Right, I'll just train one extra of those and then it'll be fine. Yeah, it's already on very high taxes. Build a roads because we get more money with trade and also more movement for the soldiers. Roads there too. If you build a mine, 300 denarii in mining income. It's a bit expensive, but whatever. Solicits are moving some units about. What was in Jerusalem? Oh, actually we can... Oh, we don't have money. But in the next turn we'll train some like skirmishers or whatever to maintain garrison there. Then that guy can get a move on too. Get the boss earlier.
Orders. My liege.
There.
Sire.
Throw in one additional guy and then we get a move on. Oh, Carthage is the first one to declare war on anybody. Usually it's the what's it called? The Scipii, because they want Syracuse, but now it's the Carthaginians. And it's clearance in Jerusalem. Just look at that unrest. Actually, just get the temple immediately for Horus. Calm those fuckers down. And then we'll do the roads next turn, or one in the next 2 turns or whatever, whenever it's done. Okay, you can follow your dad. So you're the son of the factionaire, I believe. Wow, he just came of age and he has 5 command stars. What the hell? Understanding of strategy, military genius, strict governor, understanding of logistics, confident attacker, superior builder. Reverend. Reverend for the Egyptian gods. Okay, wow, you're going to be a fantastic pharaoh. Yeah. Also, an annoying thing is that technically the Egyptians are the only faction that get a downgrade when the Marian reforms happen. Every other faction get a upgrade because, of course, especially the Romans, of course, because they get their entire roster changes. But for all the other factions, they get, of course, upgraded generals' bodyguards. You know, like the eastern factions, like Parthia and Armenia and Pontus and stuff. They have decent. They already have like pretty strong generals bodyguard at the start, and then they get better ones. The Greek ones have pretty mediocre generals bodyguard, and they get pretty good ones once the Marian reforms happen. The Romans, of course, besides their entire army change, they get better generals bodyguard as well. However, the Egyptians, they technically got a downgrade because their generals bodyguard right now is the Egyptian chariot general. But when they upgrade, they change to Nile cavalry. Now, cavalry is good, don't get me wrong, but chariot generals are kind of better because they're much more difficult to kill. Because the way the game handles chariots, they actually work fine against cavalry. Technically, they actually work better against cavalry than they work against infantry. Which is kind of funny because chariots are supposed to work better against infantry than cavalry, but if you try to run a chariot down with your cavalry, you most likely just lose all your cavalry because the horses keep getting their legs chopped off by the side chariots.
My eyes are yours. None shall see.
So yeah, technically, in my opinion, the Egyptians get a downgrade for the Marian reforms. Which really sucks because, of course, you saw the population growth in the core of Egypt. So we'll reach the Merovingian reforms in no time at all. So we won't have the chariots for super long. Okay, so you start training. Oh, how much? Oh, 70 extraordinary. That doesn't really matter. At least we have a bit more substance in terms of garrison. Let's train 2 of those.
My liege. Sire. Sire.
And then we can leave Jerusalem. Actually, we can already leave it. No, we can't because these guys can't get in.
Moves depleted, mighty lord.
Why is there a culture penalty here? There are literally no buildings out here that are from a different culture. Okay, I understand this culture penalty because there's... the city is Greek. Or maybe that's why the city is like Eastern instead of Egyptian. There's no visual difference between the two. And, you know, the game starts... You see, this is clearly a Greek settlement right here. But, as you can see, all the buildings inside, even the governor's house, are Egyptian. So, technically, the settlement should be Egyptian, but they hard-coded it to be that way at the start. So, I'm pretty sure that this is an Eastern faction, or an Eastern culture city. But there's no visual difference between Eastern and Egyptian culture cities. Of course, you can see that this is a Greek city and this is a... not a Greek city, but you can't see whether this is an Egyptian city or an Eastern city. Or a, what's it called? A Carthaginian city. Because it can technically also be Punic, because, of course, originally the Carthaginians came from here. Or the what's it called? The guys that would eventually become the Carthaginians came from there. Right, everybody's building everywhere. Yeah, we're not training... Yeah, we don't have access to archers. We really should build some archery ranges after the barracks are done. Okay, so where is that settlement again? I believe it's down here.
March! No more moves, sire. Orders, onward.
Yeah, you try to catch up with your dad.
Your obedient servant. To hear is to obey. Moves depleted, sir.
Okay. You go in there.
General.
You can leave. You can even... Oh, whoops. Stop this. Actually, finish that. Better public order that way. Also when that is done.
Sire!
Yeah, not the biggest army in the world, but it'll suffice.
Onward! Out of moves, great lord!
You head over the bus trap.
Forward!
Wow, that was fast! The Carthaginians were like, oh, fuck you! And then the Greek city-states was like, can you not? And then the Carthaginians were like, yeah, sorry. Okay, most advanced, of course. Lots of money coming in. That mine is proving to be super useful. And the trading with the Seleucids will help as well. Yeah, let's get the archery range immediately. We don't have access to the archery range here. Public order is kind of tight, so build this. Get rid of all the corruption. Well, it's only 16, but get rid of all corruption. And then we'll do the roads next turn. Or once the thing is done.
Fire! Onward! Moves depleted, mighty lord!
Numidian cavalry. Mercenaries, not super interesting. Okay, you got the mines. Very good. You're making us a truckload of extra money. Build some farms, some basic farms. There's a poor harvest here, but we do actually increase it by over 50. That on top of base farming level from this region. Yeah, because we do, yeah, so far our best units right now that we have easy access to are these regular archers. You can just like recruit a ton of those and then go Parthian style and just black out the sun with arrows.
Sire! Onward!
Alright, so here's Petra.
Attack! Besieging settlement, sir. Settlement under siege, sir. Mighty
It's kind of embarrassing your son is immediately taking over command because he's so much better than you.
Orders.
There's some Bedouin archers in there. Oh, we have archer superiority though, so we should be fine. Alright, we'll hire some of those too.
My liege. Onward! Attack!
Can attack Bostra right away.
Settlement under siege.
Is that the exact same army build? No, they're lacking the eastern infantry there. Oh, and then the Romans declare war on the Carthaginians. Except for the Brutii. Carthage. Whatever. Okay, so you got the temple done, so there's better public order around here. Roads. Look at how much money that extra... Yeah, look at that. It almost doubles it. Finished up the roads in Sidon. Need some public order in here, so fix up that temple. Or upgrade that temple. Got the roads in Alexandria. Farm. More population. More money from farming too. Thebes. That does make quite a lot of extra money if we do that. Alright, throw some skirmishes in there and then we should be fine. Meter was already fine on 70.
Forward! Moves depleted, mighty lord.
Yeah, they've noticed that I'm wandering through their lands now.
My liege.
I'll hire those, so I don't need the other ones.
Great one.
Why am I sending you this way, actually? Like, the only other faction out here is Parthia, and that's up here.
At once. Moves depleted.
Or anybody else is up there, too. Like, what's it called? The, Armenians and the Pontus and stuff. So just go that way. Get some map information from those guys. Alright, Salamis is ready to grow soon. Which is good. Can get rid of the culture penalty. Oh fuck, I forgot to assault Bostra. Oh, whatever. Oh! Was that coincidental, or were you just... Or did you see this coming and were you like, yeah, no, we don't want to have any of that? Well, the Brutii are one turn later. Well, there goes... Oh, that's Sidon. Oh well. Build that. Throw in some extra guys because it is on the border with the Seleucids. I don't know how long this alliance will last.
Yes, mighty lord. Yes, my liege. No more.
Alright, well I forgot to attack Bostra, but whatever. We'll take it this turn then. Also, let's save the game. Egypt. Let's play. Oh, I always underscore and caps lock apparently.
Sire, attack!
Right, just declare war on the media.
Settlement under siege, sir.
No idea what they sent out over there, but shouldn't be that serious. Do we have access to spies anywhere, or? Not really. Well, I'm actually gonna start training some more, some now spearmen. Because this army is gonna be done very quickly, because he just has to take Siwa and Kyrene, and then build some watchtowers there, and then we're going to go all the way this way. Maybe have the boats pick them up when they're in Kyrene, and then we'll have an army ready for them to move over here, because I'm pretty sure that we'll already be at war with the Seleucids at that point. Alright, Salamis is done as well. Just quickly throw a palisade around that town. And we're building... No, we're not building in Thebes. Mine's here too. Another 300 denarii every single turn. Don't mind if I do. I said I was gonna do roads, didn't I? Oh, whatever. The roads aren't done in Memphis either. We're doing the archery range first, so... And that is 2 turns away, just like this. So then we'll do both the roads in both provinces at the same time, because they both last 3 turns anyway. Okay.
Sire, prepare for battle.
Let's fight our first battles as Egypt. Okay, so we did a little bit of damage because we starved them out for over a turn. Do we have... Oh, we already grabbed the mercenaries here. Those Bedouin archers were more useful here. Would be more useful here, actually, but okay. What's done, it's done. Oh, of course, we also have the general who can shoot with his chariots.
The enemy are here.
There.
They are ready to meet their gods. Take up the sword and be ready when the moment comes to fight. Await my order.
Okay, so everybody back. Nubian spearmen up front. Bowman! Get the bowman there. You off skirmish mode, and you go next to them. Okay, are you guys gonna rush out? Probably not. Oh, no, actually. They're coming at us with the peasants. Nice target practice for the men, because these guys, of course, are big blobs of moving meat bags that can be shot. Frightened by the chariots. Okay, ceasefire. You ceasefire. Charge them. Keep moving, don't stand still. Okay, there we go. Yeah, these guys are actually surprisingly good at running people down. You would expect them constantly to knock them over and not actually kill them, but no, they actually are pretty good at running people down. In contrast to elephants, who you would suspect to be good at knocking people, running people down, but they keep knocking them over instead of killing them. Right. Yeah, the only thing with these chariots is that they want to constantly stand still, but you need to keep them on the move. Because that's when they're vulnerable, when they are just standing still doing nothing. Okay, they're sending their archers over. Sending them over in hand-to-hand combat, it seems. Okay, get the general out of there. There we go. Don't want to get the general anywhere near that fucking mess. So we already lost, what is it, 4 chariots? Oh yeah, fire at will. Yeah, let those Nubian spearmen soak up the damage from the archers. They're not very valuable, and they can be retrained pretty much anywhere. You just need a level 1 barracks, and then you can retrain them. Oh my god, it's now 1 of their archers versus 2 of my archers. Trying to Zoroastra. There we go. I do need some medic cavalry. Maybe those Arabian mercenaries were a good call.
Now we will see the
Not that I'm really struggling here. But yeah, chariots is definitely a different piece of cake than, what's it called? Than melee cavalry. Even though they do sort of serve the same purpose, even if they have archers on them. Speaking of melee cavalry, here comes their Arab cavalry. Straight into the phalanx. And they're routing. Very good. Shoot them while they're trying to run away. Oh, there we go. What the hell are you doing? Just gave you a very simple move order and you managed to fuck that up somehow. What's left at the town center? Oh, some remnants of the peasants. Well, it's a good thing we're not Romans, because I would fucking decimate you for standing so poorly, but okay. Alright, let's get the camel archers. I do wonder, actually, do the horses of the chariots get scared by these? Because camels scare horses, and there's, you know, there's horses pulling these chariots, but is it because they're a chariot unit that that doesn't apply to them because they're a chariot and not just a cavalry unit? That's kind of weird if you think about it. Should be more scared because there's two horses getting scared by one camel. Alright, took some damage from the camel archers, but we took care of them faster than they actually managed to dish out damage to us. Alright, standard formation, just rush over there. Close the distance. Phalanx formation! Alright, so you gonna come over, or? Just going to fuck around in front of the town center. Oh no, they're actually... sort of... yeah, they are coming over, okay. There we go. Just can reach them. One giant volley should essentially just wipe all of them. Oh, well, no, apparently not. Hit point damage rather than actual killing damage. One guy remaining. They're actually pretty impressive that they just go down to the last man. There we go. Fucking palm trees in the way. There we go. Peasant's dead. Bowman! And the only thing that the Egyptian chariot general is bad at is moving around in cities, because movement in cities is already bad enough, and then you also have a fucking chariot rather than a... Why are we being shot? They have no missile units left. Or do they have some archers still? No, we killed all the archers. What the hell? Where the hell did we get shot from? That was weird. Oh no, oh, I saw some... Oh there, there's literally one archer and he got a kill just then. Okay, in phalanx. Archers will start shooting now, shooting the cavalry. And that'll probably trigger them to rush at us, and then we have some phalanx ready for them. Using fire arrows. There we go. There's way too many arrows for just one guy, but okay. There we go.
Victory lies in your grasp.
Tahotep did well in his first battle.
Victory! We have conquered.
We have conquered. I'll just occupy them. There's barely anybody in there anyway. Good commander. Very good. So he was already a good he was already like a decent commander. Now he's even better. Okay, there's no population here at all. Build some roads, and then I'll just have to stay here for the time being.
My liege, engage the
Or just train some guys from Jerusalem and send them over. Actually, I'll do that. Train some more skirmishers and then send them over.
My liege, attack!
Right then, Petra. Same thing, except we have some extra Eastern infantry to deal with. But we have more archers. We have way more archers. We have 4 regular archers, 4 chariot archers, and then the Bedouin mercenaries. So I'm pretty sure that the archers will just kill everybody in this battle.
Even now,
A lot of sandstorms around this place.
my orders.
Okay, the archers drop the ram because I want you guys. I want them to shoot, of course. Alright. Those guys. Ramming positions. Look at all the chariots. You have even more chariots. Alright. Move to the gates. Okay, archers. Just run up to like about here. And then just shoot at anything that moves that doesn't speak Egyptian. A fucking army full of chariots out here. But we have so many archers, and these guys don't have a lot of armor, so I'm pretty sure that we can just let them go nuts on fire at will, and then we'll just win this battle anyway. Even if we do run out of ammo, whatever is left has to face some fresh Nubian spearmen, so it should be okay. There we go, hit those guys to the back. Definitely do kill these guys, because even though they are pretty crappy, they are useful against the chariots and stuff. Not a Zoroastrian temple. Oh, these are also Nabatean rebels. And Nabatea is actually a playable faction in Rome too. But here they're just a rebel variant. Well, that guy's dead. Turned him into a porcupine.
The battering ram has done its work. Your soldiers have broken the enemy gate.
Alright, so you guys going to rush to the palisade to try and defend this? Looks like it.
Soldiers are through the enemy walls. Show no mercy. Order them to finish the defenders.
Bowmen, units!
Bowmen! Alright, rush up quickly.
Units!
Units, phalanx formation.
There's a phalanx just in case they want to run out. I highly doubt that they will. More peasants that are just being absolutely massacred right there. Yeah, like I said, these guys definitely have to die by the archers. Because if my chariots get stuck and stand still, these are actually the perfect infantry to take them down. If, you know, their morale allows it. But we're on very hard difficulties, you know, don't scare super easily. I mean, they still scare pretty easily, but, you know. They do get a boost on very hard difficulty. If it were my Eastern infantry, they would fucking run away at the sight of the chariots. These guys actually have like a chance to get some hits in. That's what I'm trying to say. Right, well, they've decided to die right here. That's fine. See, look at that. If these were my... They're only shaken. If these were my Eastern infantry, they would have run away fucking 7 hours ago. There we go. Okay, are they sending in the archers? Are they sending in the Bedouins? And some peasants are coming by. No, don't be deceived. I know they look exactly identical, but you have to kill them. They were hired by the wrong people, unfortunately. There we go. Can my archers reach them? No. They're shooting me, so we have to move them forward. There we go. Quickly run up. There we go. Now everybody can reach them. Okay, you do go in phalanx because they're actually targeting you. Once again, the generals with the archers. There he goes.
Smile upon you today. The enemy general has been killed and his men lose heart.
Oh, are you gonna get him? Way outside of your range? No. Oh, 3 archers left. Alright. Run inside. Close the distance.
The enemy have lost the walls. Send your troops and take the rest of the settlement.
How can they not reach them? There we go. Just quickly kill them off and then move the rest of the guys in to finish the Arabian cavalry. I was gonna say, if that guy survives, it would be severely disappointing. Okay, just one Bedouin archer and then the Arab cavalry that has been chilling in the town center the whole time. Oh, and then there's also some remnants, what is that, peasants? Yeah. Okay, so I'll send you on your own, because these streets are fucking narrow as hell. Let's just come over there. I guess you can hit the Arab cavalry from there. He actually killed an archer. Actually, it's better if you, like, go there. Come on. Alright, fine, if you don't want to cooperate. Come on. There we go. Don't know who was still running because everybody was standing still, but okay. Just press hold and then give them the phalanx order. Again, to let that fucking idiot back in. And there we go. There we go, just fucking open fire on anything. Oh, he survived. Guard position. It's because they're all standing inside of each other, probably. Oh no, there we go, we are actually killing them. Alright, shoot that one guy, because once the Arab cavalry routes, it'll be over. Oh no, the peasants are still there. Well, you can shoot the peasants now then. Oh god, they're shaken. Fucking hell, General, hurry up. You get in phalanx, idiots! Yeah, there we go, fucking hell. They almost managed to charge us properly from the front because you guys were so slow on getting back in phalanx formation. Alright, peasants are dead, so just take care of these guys. They just need to ride one more time. They don't want to charge anymore. Oh, there we go. There.
Victory is
glorious victory! We have conquered!
Just occupy them. Get some roads down as well. Repair the wall. We can even retrain the Nubian spearmen here. Can't retrain the archers though. Do we have... No, of course not, because we've been training fucking skirmishes here the whole time. And the city's not even big enough for archers in Jerusalem. Alright, Sidon. Isn't big enough either, but we are upgrading it, so it will be soon. Okay. Yeah, that is that, so... 8 regions right now. Soon to be 9. And I think that'll be it for this episode, because I've been recording for over an hour. So there we go. Campaign is Egypt. Hope you guys are excited for it. For the people that suggest Egypt in Rome 2, I hope you're patient enough to wait until this campaign is done, because then I'll tackle Egypt in Rome 2. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Click the like button if you did. Subscribe to join the Roman army, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later, Romans. Valete.